Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. And we are flying the F-16D Barak, the heaviest F-16 in the game, to talk a little bit about how is it actually taking the new meta, basically, right? At one point he was one of the best aircraft in the game, although in the dogfight part, you know, it wasn't a great aircraft, I must say. I mean, it isn't a great aircraft, but don't get me wrong. But, you know, there was the F-16C back in the day, which was the best, probably. Or the A's, you know, together with the C. And the MiG-29s were a little bit better back in the day as well. So, yeah, the F-16 was kind of not the greatest ever, but it was right up there. It had the A9Ms. He had the Sparrows and everything like that, but it was the heaviest F-16. But then F-15s, Su-27s came along, and how is the F-16D still holding up? You know, it's kind of a weird aircraft. The real question is, does this thing deserve better missiles? The question that a lot of Israeli mains always ask me is, when is the Python 4 coming, right? When is it actually coming to this aircraft? And I gotta say, I think it's going to take a while, because this aircraft is still amazing. And it kind of comes down to the meta itself. You will see that 99% of the times over here in these matches, I got killed because I wasn't paying attention on my 6. And there's always another target in the massive furballs that we have in the game, right? And that always creates some troubles. Basically, people get you by surprise every single time. And that happens in every single aircraft. And that's... yeah, did you see that? That's the normal way of dying in this game, you know, of getting destroyed in the game right now. It can do BVR. And it can get people by surprise as well with the A9Ms. It's an amazing missile for that. But it also, I mean... there's not enough time to properly put the limits of these aircraft to the test. So that's the funny thing about top tier meta, man. We talked a little bit about this during the week with the SMT. The MiG-29 SMT, there is no real reason to use it over the Su-27 in general, right? But there is a little thing that kind of caught my attention on that aircraft, is that it kind of doesn't matter, because the missiles are doing all the work. So the performance of the aircraft is kind of a mute point, you know. It doesn't even matter that much. In a 1v1, yes, but come on, be honest with yourself. How many 1v1s do you get in a normal match? You normally never get a 1v1, a proper 1v1 that you can actually try to win a dogfight via guns, especially, you know. And that's where the weakness of the F-16D is, right? In the dogfighting capability, it is not the greatest thing ever, but look at this. I was without a tail, and I literally killed 3 guys, getting them by surprise with the A9M. The aircraft was destroyed, and as you saw, I eventually got destroyed. I mean, I couldn't control the aircraft properly, but it was just enough for me to shoot down like 4 targets. And I mean, if that doesn't like show how the meta is right now, nothing will. And I think there is a deeper question here, guys. When will the game actually be a little bit less about this type of kill and more about the strategy, more about you using your skill to actually beat the other targets? You know, it's kind of weird. I always come down to this point a little bit, but yeah, guys, I really think that the game is, I'm not gonna say RNG or lucky based or whatever you want to call it, because it is not. You know, you still need to know how to operate the missiles and everything like that. But the more we go into the future, I feel the less the strategy and the actual skill matters, you know, because look at that target, the Su-27. He was flying like really close to the ground, and the Sparrow still hit him. So, yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. And well, he shouldn't actually hit him. He's trying to use the mechanic to actually stay alive, but he got killed because of that. And then you get into a furball, you are paying attention in 3 targets at your 12 o'clock, and there is like another 1 or 2 in your 6 and you don't even know, and they fire a smokeless engine, or they fire an R-73 that up close it's basically unflareable. So it's kind of weird. How do we fix this? Well, I still think that the way to fix this is better maps. You know, more spread out maps, maybe less people on the maps. I'm not saying bigger maps because I don't know how I feel about bigger maps. Yeah, certain maps should be removed or get larger, I think. But in general, I think the size of the maps are okay. The main thing is the way that the maps engage the player, I think. That's the main thing, you know, and this aircraft really shows that, because it's supposed to be the worst F-16 in the game in general as a dogfighting missile or a dogfighting aircraft. And I fought with multiple superior aircraft in dogfights against me, but every single time I got killed by targets that I didn't know that they were there, and I killed targets that normally didn't know that I was there or didn't react quick enough for my missile to miss, you know. So it's kind of weird. So a verdict is that the F-16D is fine. It really, really is. Yes, at one point this thing will probably deserve to have the Python 4's and be better, but my god, this aircraft is as good as other aircraft. Maybe you can carry a little bit less than an F-16C or even other aircraft like the Su-27, the F-15 and others, the Gripen, but it's, I mean, the missiles are amazing. The flight performance is amazing apart from dogfighting in a 1v1 with certain aircraft. So in general, 99% of the times you will be safe and you will get a lot of kills, or you get killed very quickly because you just got unlucky or wasn't paying enough attention to actually notice the Gripen or whatever behind you, right? So look at that F-16. I mean, he just didn't know that I was there, and I fired a smokeless engine missile, so it's even worse, you know. And I mean, look at this Gripen. He has way more performance than me in a dogfight, but he overshot. So at the end of the day, you know, skill matters a little bit, but the situations matter more, because how could he know? I mean, maybe he could, I don't know, but you know, he kind of caught himself off guard, you know, of just overshooting my aircraft. And it wasn't really his fault, I think. It's just the way that, you know, he just had too much speed. So it's more of a matter of the situation and everything else. So yeah, the F-16 is amazing. Hopefully it gets the Python 4 eventually, but right now it doesn't need it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Barak, and I see you guys on the next one. Subscribe and bye.